on guys, welcome to today's video. So today is all about staying on progress while you are traveling. Now, I just got back from the Gold Coast. You right, boy? And you always want to get in the limelight, don't you? Steal the show. The show is all about you, isn't it? Let's be real, I'd rather watch this than listen to me ramble, but you know what? You're here to listen to me ramble today, guys. I did film a few clips over there, which we are about to chuck on, but unfortunately I spent most of the time running around trying to look at houses because I am hoping to move over there very shortly, and setting up this bad boy. So hopefully my, I guess you can call it second company, technically, to go alongside my coaching business, which I'm super excited about. I even tried to do this back when I first got into training when I was like, that was 6-7 years ago, and it was a complete failure. But I told myself I will do this again one day when I'm in a better position and I'm ready to do it. And that is the time, now is the time. So apart from that, we're gonna hit you with tips to staying on track. So let's jump back. Let's go through this chest and shoulder session we did over East, and we're gonna hit you with tip number 1 now. Still train and continue your training routine as usual. Now this is something that I used to never do. I don't know why, because I love training when I go on holiday. You get to try out new gyms. You know, you don't know anyone there, which is wicked because you just get to, you know, you zone in, have a good session. You know, people don't talk to you and stuff like that. So I always have wicked sessions when I'm away. But I never used to when I was younger, and I would just think a holiday is a complete holiday, which it is, but I would just throw all my training out the window. And this set me back so much because not only wasn't eating to plan, I wasn't training at all. And that basically throws your whole mentality out the window. And I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna fucking do whatever I want. And then I'd come back and I'd be like, now I've got to like basically restart all over again. So I would keep training as much as possible if gyms are available. That was a solid session. I usually don't do that much volume in one session, but it's good to mix it up. I'll put the full session in the description if you want to give it a crack. Highly recommend. Delicious chest pump. Anyway, my tip number 2 for staying on track while you're traveling is bring protein powder with you, or if you have enough calories, get like RTDs, like this stuff here, like high protein snacks. So I just picked up this and some beef jerky from the shop on the way back now, because that is key. I find when traveling, protein is definitely the hardest thing to get in, and obviously that's key while you're traveling because obviously you don't want to lose muscle. And you know, protein, you just need it, guys. All right, we all know that. I don't need to tell you why you need it. I hear a lot of people saying protein bars, and I do recommend protein bars as well, but be cautious with them, guys, because they're actually not that great for the amount of protein you get for the amount of calories the bar is. So, you know, you might have a bar that's like 200, 250 calories, and there might only be like 15 to 20 grams protein in it. So it's really not that good if you're on lower calories. And yeah, see you in the next clip for tip number 3. All right, so now we're back. Now, tip number 2 for staying on track while you're traveling is gonna be just hit your calories the best you can, and this ties in with the original tip. Just focus on your protein and your calories. Don't stress about fats and carbs, okay? Now this is usually what I recommend to people anyway, but if you are someone that likes to hit, you know, certain amount of carbs pre-workout and post-workout and keep their fats minimal or whatever it is, when you're traveling, I wouldn't stress about that at all, because it's just another stressor to add. And most of you guys, if you're traveling, it's probably gonna be for holiday. You're gonna wanna have a good time, so don't stress the small stuff, you know. Don't stress. Good plug, Alex, good plug. And yeah, just focus on hitting that protein target and hitting a rough calorie target. I would give yourself a good like 10% ballpark. So if I'm trying to hit 3,000 calories, I want to hit in between like 3,300 and 2,700. Anywhere in that range, I'll be happy with. So the third tip will be okay knowing that the food you track on the go is probably not going to be that accurate. And that's the same for when you eat out on the go at, like, you know, I was going to say at Perth, but wherever you are. Because when you eat out on the go, you know, they cook in more oils. I've talked about this before, but just be okay with that, because a lot of my clients, they do stress out quite a lot over, oh, it's probably not going to be to the gram, and, you know, I'm not that good at eyeballing. So just be okay with that, guys. Know you're going over, you're gonna have a good time, and you're still tracking, you're still doing everything you can to stay on track. So don't stress about the small stuff, all right? I swear, I'm not doing this on purpose. Tip number 5 will be walk as much as possible. So avoid Ubers, avoid taxis, avoid, you know, driving if you can. If it's in walking distance, even if it's a lot further than you usually would, I would walk. Try to get those daily steps up more than usual. This can offset some of the extra calories you're gonna consume quite well, because this will increase your daily NEAT, which basically means your non-exercise activity thermogenesis. And over, you know, so let's say you go on holiday for 1 to 2 weeks, over a long period of time, not a long period of time, but over 1 to 2 weeks, if you're doubling like your daily steps, what you usually do back at home, that will work quite well for you. And those few extra calories, those few extra drinks you have on holiday won't do as much as they usually would. Okay, the best tip is saved for last. Now, this is something I needed to do way sooner, is ditch the I'm on holiday mode. Now that ruined my progress when I was younger. As soon as I got rid of that, like I'm confident to go on holiday anytime, anywhere, and basically not be scared of losing progress and not be scared of gaining too much fat, losing muscle, having to basically start all over again when I get home, because I ditched that mentality. I used to like go to Bali or go wherever, and I would basically go straight into like I'm on holiday mode. As soon as I get to the airport, like the Perth airport, I would just be, it would be on, it would be all out. I would, calories, macros, I don't even know what a calorie is. I would be, you know, whatever time of day it is, I would be, you know, having a beer at the airport. I'd be eating whatever I want. And that is not a good mentality to have, especially if your holiday is, you know, longer than a couple days, because you can do some serious damage in that time. And I did. And every time I came back from holiday, I would almost have to do like another cut to get the fat back off and to get myself back into a good stage to like go back into a bulking phase. And then basically it was this like bad cycle of, you know, next time the next trip comes around, or next time I go to Bali, which was quite frequently, I would do the same thing, and then I'll come back. And it was basically like I was just holiday prepping year round, which was so stupid. So ditch that mentality, you'll be sweet. And there is actually studies to show that, it's an American study, but it shows that, I can't remember the exact number, but a good percentage of the population, they gain their fat in these holiday periods, and then they just don't get them off. And then what happens is like, it's this cycle over their years of their life. Every time they go on holiday, you know, they add an extra kilo or 2. And then it doesn't sound like much, but then the next holiday again, and then Thanksgiving again, and then basically they never get that fat off, and then they just keep climbing like that. There was a really big study to show that, and when I read that, that's when I opened my eyes, like, okay, I need to get rid of this like I'm on holiday mode mentality. Still enjoy myself, but don't go all out thinking like that. I hope you like those tips, guys. If they do help, please let me know. Leave a comment below, like the video, all the good stuff. You know what to do. If you like this style of content and you are, you know, you're getting good information out of this, then please let me know, because it does help me a lot. And if you have any ideas for new videos or things you want to see, then just let us know. We will make sure that happens. All right. I will see you in the next one. What are your thoughts on the video? Good? Or shit? Was it a shit one?